So many of you guys requested my mom's dough recipe, so today I'm going to show you how to make it. I'm going to make some salami rolls. First things first, it says to scald 4 cups of milk. You can do that in the microwave, but I like to do it in a saucepan. I'll show you what that looks like on the stove. You just want to keep the milk moving so that it doesn't burn. How you know your milk is scalding hot is it will start to form little bubbles, especially around the side. That is when we want to take it off the heat because we don't want it to boil. I'm going to add in some sugar, 4 tablespoons. And 4 teaspoons of salt. It might seem like a lot of sugar and salt, but this makes a big dough. And 2 tablespoons of vegetable shortening. If you don't have shortening, you can totally substitute it with butter. The reason that it calls for the milk to be scalded is because back in the day, when milk was not pasteurized, people would scald their milk to kill off any bacteria. Interestingly enough, though, they found that when you scald milk, it actually denatures the whey protein and allows the dough to get a better rise, and it results in a super supple and fluffy dough. Now I'm gonna let this cool off to lukewarm. Next, I have a half cup of water that I heated to about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. And the recipe calls for 2 packages of active dry yeast. That's just 4.5 teaspoons. Give that a mix. Add a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna do a little pinch. It doesn't take much. You just need something to eat. I'll show you it in about 5 minutes. As you can see, it has bloomed beautifully. If you were to start on this recipe and this did not happen, I would suggest tossing this part and starting that again. It could be your water was too hot, the water wasn't warm enough, or the yeast is bad. I have a big bowl here that I'm gonna mix everything in. I'm gonna just pour my milk that has cooled. I'm gonna start out by adding 2 cups of flour. Now add the yeast. Now I'm gonna add the rest of the flour, but gradually, just to make it easier to stir, between 9 and 10 more cups. So 6, 7. This is what it looks like at about 7 cups in. I have 10 cups of flour in here and it's getting too stiff to knead, so I'm gonna dump it on my counter. Make sure your counter is very clean. Scrape the bowl out to get every last bit of dough. Use your hands to pull everything together, just to get that flour really mixed in. You'll find that the dough will look really shaggy and really dry, but as you keep kneading, the dough will seem more wet and smooth. And when I knead it, what I do is I rotate it 90 degrees, fold it over, press down with the heel of my hand. What this is doing by kneading it is you are developing the gluten strands. Developed gluten is what makes bread have that really nice, almost chewy texture. You know the dough's ready when it looks nice and smooth. I cleaned my bowl and I greased it really well with butter. I'm just gonna place the dough in here. You wanna make sure you cover it to make sure no moisture can escape. I'll see you back when it's done. It's ready.